Here we are, the final tutorial getting us from Metropolis, where we are today at 65,000, to Megalopolis, the final milestone in the Cities Skylines version 1 game. So let's hit it. First, let's take a look at our tiles here. I would like to buy 2 more at least. Let's see if it will let me. At least I want to get around this lake, so let's try that. And that's going to cost almost 23,000, but that's okay. We have 600,000. Nope, won't let me buy the last square yet. Probably when we reach Megalopolis, that's when we'll be able to buy that. Okay, so let's take a look at things. As I said, we have a population now of 65,000 and almost 600,000 in the bank. We have this industrial area here that's not too happy. Oh, we have a fire burning right here. 2 of them actually. They've already burnt. Those buildings are gone, so let's just blow those away before we do anything else and check our fire station status around this area. It's not terrible. There's one over here. They have to go over this bridge to get into this neighborhood, and there's one down here. You'd come around this way and get to it. So I'm not sure why it burnt, but let's just be cautious and put another fire station right in a convenient spot like there. Okay. And what else is going on here? We have not enough customers for our industrial zone here. And one thing I like to do eventually is start replacing industrial with office space, and in fact I think I will start doing that. I don't want to be too drastic at first, but let's just take it slow. Let's check our pollution status up in this area. Let's see where the worst pollution is. Okay, well, it's partly up in here, and this is good news. This landfill is empty. I'm just going to delete it now because I really would rather just use incinerator plants. So let's hit the demolition tool and yes, pull it away. And then we can take this incinerator and move it. There's another one right there. Let's move it down to our dirty zone down here. And we have another thing we need to pay attention to here. This landfill is full, so let's empty that out. And when it's empty, I think I'll just blow it away too and just replace all of these with incinerators. I think I saw another one up in here, so let's take a look. Yeah, there's one right here. Let's move that one, relocate building. And there was a third one over in another spot. We put that right down in here. And let's get that last one. I think that's all up here. By clicking the this icon, the garbage icon, you can then see those incinerator plants that show up nicely. There's that one. Let's get rid of that. We're not getting rid of it, we're just relocating it. Okay. Now back to our industrial zone. I think what I'm going to do is start up in this area. It's all gone here now, so as we'll let the simulation run a little bit. This will start to clean up eventually. So let's go ahead and rezone that to, at this point, let's make it commercial. What is this building here? It's a crematorium. That's okay, we'll leave that right where it is. They don't pollute. Yeah, so this is a subway station. People can walk down this road and over here to get into these areas, so that's okay. We don't need any paths or anything. Alright, so this is commercial starting to fill here. I didn't mean to overflow that here. I'll just blow that away. And I'm going to take the D-zone tool and marquee and unzone or D-zone all this industrial. And if I speed the simulation up, you'll see that the buildings will just start deleting themselves pretty quickly. Okay, there they go. Now let's zone this for office space, just generic office. What is this building? Advanced coal power plant. Ah, that's a polluter. I think we want to get rid of it. Let's see our electric status here. Yeah, we have enough, so I'm going to blow this away. Now, this is starting to fill with some offices, and this up here is starting to fill with some commercial. And our pollution levels should start to drop there. Let's leave this alone for now. I have an idea how I might remedy this situation of not enough raw materials in our industrial zone. But before I deal with that, let's take a look over here. We have some complaints about bodies waiting for pickup, dead bodies, and so let's add a crematorium in this area. And this is not zoned for anything yet. I think we'll put some more commercial right in here. Now I want to deal with this situation with not enough raw materials, and one way to do that is to get a freight train station nearby. And I think we want to make a loop to connect back into this train track that's over here. And this will allow to go out of the city and bring raw materials into the city. So let's connect this track starting up in here. I think we will just follow the interstate or the highway for a ways. Trains are noisy. I'll go underground. I may have to go 2 times down to get underneath this subway line. Okay, we made it under the subway line, so let's bring this up now. Connect and page up. It's a little tight. They're awfully big, so maybe the simpler thing would be to change this street layout right here. Well, that's a lot of work, but it'll be worth it in the end. Alright, there's the station. Now we need to connect it up to the tracks. And we'll go back, page down again. And we're going to keep it underground, all the way underneath these things. I want to connect into the tracks that are over in here. So we have an underground train now, rail line, connecting from this station onto this line here, which then can go out of town this way or this way, and it also loops around here. And pretty soon, it'll take a while, but pretty soon we should start to see some cargo trains coming into this station. We've got more demand for commercial, so let's put some in. And we'll also add a plaza or two, since commercial zones love their plazas. We have this walking path, which is very busy. I just zoned right over it. I don't want a building there, so I'm going to delete that zone. These pedestrians are headed for this subway station. Noisy, noisy place here. Okay, our demand is down low now, so we need to think about a few other things. One thing I wanted to do was put in a floating cafe, and those are kind of a nice thing to have on your lakefront. You have to keep in mind they need road access, so let's do it down here where we bought this new space. Okay, our floating cafe needs some power before it's going to be functional. The easiest way probably would just be to zone some and let it fill up with residences. So I'm just going to put some more high density residential across here. On second thought, right in this area, maybe a little commercial makes sense. As soon as these buildings fill in, this will be powered up. So there are a few things I haven't mentioned, and one is when you're using natural resources like mining or oil production, they eventually run out. So if we look at our natural resource tab here, you can see all that black area in here is now just a light green, which is, I guess, fertile land after they pumped all the oil out. So we're starting to have buildings abandoned in here because there's no more oil to pump. Probably the good thing to do at this point is start demolishing these buildings. And then eventually, I think what I would do here is change it to generic industry and then let it just build up whatever it wants as far as industrial. In fact, I might do that right now. We'll see some things change in here. Quickly changing, actually. And we'll let it just run its course because it has used up the oil in that area. The other thing I wanted to mention is that we haven't talked about all the unique buildings. There are a ton of them. Chirpx launch site is an interesting one, and you can put in a launch site. This costs $200,000, so I haven't done it yet, and I'm really not going to bother with it at this point, but I do have another YouTube video that shows a rocket launch from the site, and it's kind of interesting. But there are several other unique buildings. Some of them seem to be worthwhile, like, well, they're all probably worthwhile, but they'll attract tourists. So transport tower may be something to put in a nice commercial area. So let's look at that. So I think right in here near our main entrance and roundabout might be a good place for this transport tower to attract some tourists, and we'll make this into continue this as a commercial zone in here. So let's go ahead and put some roads in. Zone this high density commercial. And let's check our transport. Maybe we can add a let's go ahead and add a subway station right here, since we have the track already there. Alright. Get a nice way for them to walk across. Now a few parks, a few plazas. Fire department and police. one more thing. Let's see if there's another unique building that would be nice to have in this area. Statue of Industry. Let's see. Statue of Shopping. Okay, Statue of Shopping. Right next to our other building. How about an opera house? Oh, I just love opera. No, not really. But we'll put one here. A grand library. Let's see what else we have. A grand mall. How much is this? This cost $85,000. I'm going to go ahead and do that. One grand mall coming up. We are ready for that to fill in. We'll speed it up. Yeah, okay. It's going to fill up pretty well. Okay, we will pause for a minute, and I want to try to attract more residents. We're still growing, but only at a slow rate of 135 a week. And I'd like to get some interest in a residential area, maybe one that is environmentally conscious. So let's make a district. And we'll select the tool or the setting of self-sufficient buildings. Let's put in some roads for them. Now they'll need some water. Oh, I forgot some walkways, so let's do that. At this point, I'm wondering what else can I do to attract more people coming in. It really seems to have slowed down, so I'm going to reduce the residential tax rate. Low density will take down to 7%, and high density down to 7%. It's going to affect our income, but it may be worth it. So it's certainly not rushing to fill in. There's some commercial coming in, but no residential yet. I'm just going to have to relax about that for a little bit and let the city grow naturally. So looking back at this industrial area that we changed to general purpose from oil, it's doing okay. Looks like it's going to be okay. I think this should be a 4-lane road right here where it's all kind of backed up. And I noticed a few other things in the area of transportation that we probably should be looking at. One thing we should pay attention to is the noise pollution, because that probably stifles the growth a bit. So if you click on the little headset, where is it? There it is. That shows you the noisy areas, and we have a lot. And so these highways cause a lot of it. So let's see if we can quiet those down with some more upgrades to sound barrier. That's probably enough for now. Let's see if we can tell any difference. Oh yeah, it did calm it down a bit. There's a noisy ramp right here, isn't it? Why don't we upgrade that? No, we can't. We can right there. That's better than nothing. I don't think we have enough room here is the problem. I'm going to pause and reroute it just a bit. Let's check it now. A little less noise. Okay, we have some demand here for raw products, and we have bad traffic on this street. So let's try to deal with the traffic situation in this area. Maybe we need to get over to this 4-lane road from this 4-lane road. So in order to do that, I think I'm just going to move this updraft tower a little bit. We went over the freeway here with a 6-lane road, and maybe this will help when they realize there's another route, especially from back here maybe, to get down there. And I see that again there are some complaints over here, not enough raw materials. This game will import the raw materials using the train system, but sometimes it does better, it will do better if you can produce some of those raw materials yourself. So let's try that. So let's look at the raw material situation. We have some ore in here, that's the blue color. So they could mine some of this and send it over there to that area. We definitely would want a cargo terminal nearby so they can get to it. So let's just make this a district where the ore is. And let's look at that again. Yeah, so it's all in here. Or industry. Now we need some roads. Just do basic 2-lane roads. Let's get that train terminal while we're thinking of it. Okay, we have water and we have power to this corner, and we need power right here. So we have this area that's down along the highway and has some pollution that we can get rid of by deleting. Let's just, since that's empty now, let's just delete that. Yep. Demolish it, and let's move the incineration plant somewhere where there's already pollution. We'll put some roads in here. We'll let that run for a little while and see how it fills in. I think it's a lack of access for customers that's causing a little issue in here. So let's get across this freeway, or this highway, and maybe we need a direct access from the highway. So let's do that with a small ramp. This is the district where I made the status of self-sufficient buildings. It's grown up now and doing well. And then this is a generic high-density residential area, and it's filling in also. So we're very, very close to achieving our Megalopolis goal. We have 1,370,000 in the bank. That's increasing rapidly, and we have 79,000 population. So it's only a matter of time before we make it. We still have this area here that is asking for raw materials. Let's see how our mining area is filling in. So that should remedy itself fairly soon. It's using the cargo train terminal, and those raw materials should be getting around through our train system over here to this cargo train terminal and coming in and helping this situation here with this industrial zone. We have some problem over here that we'll need to take care of. That popped up suddenly. Sewage. Yep, we need to add water and add sewage quickly. We'll do that, and we should be close to achieving our goals. You have to pay attention, that's for sure. Water. Okay, the problem's disappearing now. And we're on our way. Have a dead body here. Let's check our... Yep, we need a crematorium. Put one right there. Now, Megalopolis is a great achievement. We're about to get there. But you can continue building. Like I have mentioned before, I've had cities get up to 500,000. Here we are at Megalopolis. Congratulations, we made it. And we now have new areas that we can buy. And we go on from here. That is the last milestone in the game, but you can keep on building, and if you have the mod that allows you 25 tiles, you can keep adding more and more tiles. At this point, I would go ahead and buy this tile here. Let's just do that, and now we have a square. We are finally there. It's been a long journey to get here, but it's been fun. Now, before I leave you, I thought I would give you a final little tour of our Megalopolis city. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial series, and I appreciate you watching. God bless.